made it clear to the Iranians, be careful. We want to make it real clear. We're working on every aspect of the hostage crisis in Israel, including deploying experts to advise and assist with recovery efforts. Now, the press is going to shout to me, and many of you are, that, what are you doing to get these folks home? If I told you, I wouldn't be able to get them home.
So as you can see in a speech that Joe Biden was given earlier today, he warned Iran that they need to be careful. That they need to be careful not to get too closely involved with what's going on with Israel. Now, I don't know about you all, but he didn't really sound that intimidating to me. And if his statement didn't sound intimidating to me, and the warning didn't sound intimidating to you, then how do you think the people over in Iran and the Middle East feel about this warning? These people have lived in a constant state of war their entire lives. These people have witnessed horrors that hopefully none of us ever have to witness. So I would imagine that if we don't find that warning intimidating, that they don't either. Now, meanwhile, countries from all around the world are speaking out against America, or they're speaking out against America's decision to send so many warships towards Israel. I told you all, from the moment that they announced that they were sending the first ship, before we even knew about all of the other ships they were sending with it, from the moment they announced that the first ship was heading to Israel, I told you all that I think this is something way bigger than just us showing a sign of support. Now, earlier today, it was confirmed that they're sending another aircraft carrier strike group to the area. So that will be 2 aircraft carrier strike groups right off the coast of Israel. And now there's rumblings that they're getting ready to send even more ships. Now, you don't send this many ships if you don't plan on doing anything. Okay? You could have sent 1 aircraft carrier group, and that would have been enough for, to go ahead and launch a new war somewhere in the Middle East. All of these ships they're building up in the area, it really makes me think that they're getting ready for something big, for something on a very large scale. It looks like the powers that be in America want war with Iran. And it looks like Iran kind of wants the smoke too, if you ask me. But here's the thing, people. I know that basically throughout the entirety of my life and throughout a large portion of your life, that America has been involved in military conflicts in the Middle East. But Iran is no Afghanistan. Iran is no Syria. Iran is no Iraq. Iran is a whole different animal. They have a stronger military. They have a bigger military. They have more capabilities, more weaponry. So if we were to go to war with Iran, it's going to be a whole different ball game than what we're used to. Now, of course, you could say, oh, we're capable of blowing them off the map. Yeah, well, I don't think that that's going to happen. But as Joe Biden is warning Iran, Iran has warnings of their own. They already said that if Israel launches a ground invasion of Gaza, that they're going to get involved on a whole different level. And other countries in the Middle East, such as Pakistan, have said the same. But they also have a warning for America. They've been all over the place talking. There's been countless speeches given over there, and they even have people showing up on mainstream news outlets in America talking about this situation as well. And here's what they have to say. After this clip, I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Sorry, the information's just flowing in as I speak to you. The Iran Foreign Ministry has said any foolish Israeli action against Iran will be met with a devastating response. We're already facing a war between Gaza and Israel, and now we're getting threats like that. Your response?
Well, the Americans or American officials have been threatening Iran as well. And I think that the Americans know quite well that they've already bitten off more than they can chew in Ukraine, in East Asia with China. The United States and its allies are on the decline. They're not the powers that they were 30, 40 years ago. The Israeli regime is in no position to threaten Iran because the Israeli regime cannot even destroy the Palestinian people. But the United States, if it does something foolish, then it will be expelled from the region. The United States is very vulnerable, and the price of fuel will go through the roof. It will destroy the Western economies.
I'm going to tell you right now, that botched, failed withdrawal from Afghanistan has really boosted the confidence of some of these countries over there in the area. They view us as weak right now. And they're not wrong. Listening to what that guy said, it was aggravating me, but at the same time, he's not necessarily wrong. We're not the power that we were 30 or 40 years ago. And if we couldn't handle withdrawing from Afghanistan, how are we supposed to handle a full-scale war with Iran and neighboring countries as well? But make no mistake about it, I do think that we're capable of defeating Iran if it came down to it. But it's going to be ugly. So many. I could think of half a dozen other countries that will more than likely get involved. And it will turn into a full-scale, wider conflict that will basically affect the entire world. But they've really been emboldened lately. Viewing America in the state that we're in right now, they think that we have weak leadership, and they're trying to take advantage of that. And I really do think that the next year or so is going to be really explosive leading up into this next election. A lot of these countries are viewing this as their last opportunity to do something drastic or do something crazy before possibly a new administration takes over. But right now, I hope it's not the case. I really hope it's not the case. But to be honest with you all, the way things are looking, it looks like we may be going to war with Iran very soon. I don't see any reason why we would be building up that many ships in the area if we weren't already drawing together plans for possible airstrikes and things of that nature. But we'll see how things play out. I don't want to say too much because I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong, but the way things are looking, it seems like we're headed towards that direction. Let me know your thoughts about all of this, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all soon in the next video.